4 bookstores, 1 neighborhood, and I don't have a budget? Listen, this could be dangerous for my wallet, but let's go book shopping in Bishop Arts. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis Brianna, and I am so glad that you're here. Today, I'm gonna be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, a bookstore tour. So I'm here in the Bishop Arts District in the Dallas area, and I selected 4 different bookstores that I have never been to before. I did research just to make sure they had good reviews and different vibes, so we're gonna be seeing them together for the very first time. It's gonna be a fun Bookish day out, so make sure you grab something to drink, grab something to eat, and let's go touring. All right, this has been so much fun. I have really been enjoying it, but it's hot and I am getting thirsty. So I want to stop and get something to drink and maybe a bit to eat. I think there's a place that I went to a couple of years ago that was around here that had really great drinks and food. I want to find that place. So we're gonna do that, grab something to drink, eat, maybe get some reading in, and then we'll continue in our bookstore tour. Let's go find this place. All right, y'all, I'm back home and I just had so much fun being able to explore some of the bookstores in the area. And I think it was so cool that each bookstore had its own vibe and it was really fun. And each store had their own inventory. Now, there were some books that you could find at one that you found at the other, but I would say in general, they all had their own styles and genres that they carried in their stores. And my favorite two would be Who's Books because they had just such a large kids section, and just to be able to see a family in there shopping for books for their son and shopping for books for themselves. I just absolutely love that. I can't wait to bring my daughter there so that she can pick out a book that she loves, and just them having a sitting area and maybe get some reading in while you're at the bookstore. I just thought that was a good time. And I also loved Blush Bookstores. Or Blush Bookstore, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Blush Bookstore. I have not been to a romance only bookstore before, so it was really nice being able to see just such a wide variety of romance. I think oftentimes when I go to bookstores, like they have, some of the popular ones, or sometimes they'll have indie. It really depends. I've been to some really diverse ones, but I would say this was the widest romance, like the widest variety of romance that I've seen. And I think it's just because it's a store dedicated to romance. But anyways, they had everything from indie authors to traditionally published authors, and even diverse authors in terms of background, ethnicity, and even just topic. I think it was a good time. So if you are a romance girl, that is the store for you. That is the store for you. All right, so let me get into the books that I got, and I got them from the two stores that I mentioned were my favorites. So let's go over what I got from Blush Bookstores first. All right. Whoops. All right, so the first book, I actually found out about this author through Shaughnessy. I don't think that this was a book that she's read, or maybe she did. It was during one of her recent, I think, vlogs or videos or something like that. I don't know, but it is How to Sell a Romance by Alexa Martin. I was talking to some of the ladies that were in the store while I was there, and I said, I want to read something from Alexa Martin, and I couldn't remember the book that Shaughnessy read, so I said, what do you all recommend? Because I think there were like 3 books from her in there, and so they recommended this. They said it was a hilarious good time, and I think that this is more of a romance, like a romantic comedy. I mean, of course it's romance, but a romantic comedy. I don't know what the tropes are in here, but it says Imogen Pierce loves everything about being a kindergarten teacher except the painfully low salary. Teachers are really paid low, like really low, but focus, Alexis. Okay, there we go. It isn't until she hears about Petunia Lemon, an opportunity to sell makeup products, earn some extra money, and meet a group of skincare aficionados that she begins to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Sure, it sounds a little too good to be true, but what's the worst that can happen? And then I won't read everything, but basically it looks like her love interest's name is Lucas. He's an investigative reporter, and things happen from there. And there are endorsements from Denise Williams and Ali Rosen, and the top says, romance is the biggest scheme of them all in this laugh out loud romantic comedy. So I'm really excited to read this. I think that this would be a good palate cleanser potentially if I'm reading something super serious or super heavy, just to have a laugh and a good time. It is about 368 pages. Yeah, 368 pages. So it's not short, but it's not like a 500-page book or anything like that. But I'm really excited to add this to the shelf, and I always love supporting Black authors. Love supporting Black authors, and this is just such a cute cover. All right, the second book that I got from Blush is actually a recommendation from the lady that was helping me in Blush Bookstore. We were having a time talking about books and just what each of us like. And it was a fun time, and she was just super nice. And I shared with her this type of books that I like, the genres that I typically read, and just the tropes that I try to stay away from. So she recommended Jewel Me Twice by Cherish Reed. And this seems like I don't want to call it like a, what is that movie where they like plan this huge heist, Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12, something like that. I may have gotten that wrong. But anyways, it seems like that. And I love me a good shoot 'em up pow pow. Listen, I love some action. And it says on the back of the book, love can catch you red-handed. He was her partner both in crime and in between the sheets. It's been 5 years since professional thief Celeste St. Pierre laid eyes on Magnus Larson. These days she runs a Manhattan antique store, but her talent for stealing beautiful shiny things hasn't faded. And as a chance reunion over a locked safe proves, neither has the heat between her and the gorgeous ice cool Magnus. I won't read the rest in case you want to go into this blind. But yes, I am really excited to add this to the shelf and eventually add it to the TBR. I love supporting Black authors, and I'm a sucker for a good cover. I love a good cover, and she is a new to me author. I haven't read anything from her, so if you have read this book or if you read anything from Cherish Read, please let me know down in the comments section. All right, last but definitely not least, let's go over the book that I got from Who's Books. And it is actually a book for my daughter. It is Little Troublemaker Defends Her Name by Levy Ajayi Jones. And we actually got her the first book in, I guess it may now be a Little Troublemaker series, but we got her the first book, which I believe is called Little Troublemaker Makes a Mess. And she absolutely loves that book. We are now on the second book because the first book got torn because she was aggressively turning the pages, and we're like, be gentle with your books, but anyways, she absolutely loves that. So I think that she's going to love this because it was just such a fun, teachable, engaging story. So I'm really excited to read this with her and just for her to fall in love with this one too. So those are all of the books that I got today. I really enjoyed touring all of these different bookstores. So let me know down below, do you want me to tour other bookstores in other neighborhoods in the Dallas area? Listen, all I need is an excuse to go to a bookstore and I'm there. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification. And if you've made it to this point in the video, welcome to the end of the video, crew. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And be sure to put a paint palette because Bishop Arts, you get it? Arts, you know, you get it? Be sure to put a paint palette in the comment section. That was very corny, but we're going to ignore that. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I absolutely had a blast. I hope you did too. And until the next time, happy reading. Bye, y'all.